Hey everybody, my name is Jen and this is Jen Geigley Knits. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. I hope you're doing well. I feel like the holidays are kind of in full force and happening so quickly all of a sudden. Even though Thanksgiving is kind of late this year, it just feels like the holidays are upon us and I'm ready for it. I'm excited. Dinah's excited. I already got her 2 different cat advent calendars. I can't help it. I can't help it. This is her first Christmas with us, and so it's kind of fun because we have a tortoise back here, but they don't make advent calendars for tortoises. He's a vegetarian. He just eats lettuce. There's no real treats exactly like. So anyway, yeah, cat advent calendars. They have an advent calendar also for everything now. There's so many different kinds of, like, I have to resist. I don't need every kind of advent calendar. I'm not even doing the jam advent calendar this year. I've always done that like in the past 3 years, I think, but we have enough little jams now and I didn't finish them all in time last year. So I'm skipping the jam advent calendar this year, but I do have my eye on some other ones. There's some at Trader Joe's that are really good. And then there's the cat ones. There's some for my kids. It's hard. I want them all, but we don't need them all. It's just kind of fun. But anyway, so last week was really busy at our house. We had a metal, like super heavy concert last Monday night. Then on Wednesday night, my daughter's band played a show. It was really, really good at a local venue. And then on Sunday, Lotus and I went to Billie Eilish in Omaha, and it was incredible. And we had the best time ever, and it was such a cool mother-daughter moment and all the feels. And Billie Eilish is such an amazing performer and artist and so talented, and it was just incredible. We had the best time. And it was fun to have like a little road trip and a little time, just the 2 of us. So I really enjoyed that. We had a blast. And then on Saturday of last weekend, my friend Erica and I hosted Knit by Midwest, which it's like a knitting retreat that we used to host years ago. And we did it for almost 10 years. And then the pandemic hit. And so we took a break until this year. We kind of brought it back on a smaller scale. We used to have a whole weekend and it was catered food and it was like a whole thing and we had like lots of time each day. But that gets to be a lot to organize and plan too. So, and we're both busy. We want to do everything. We want to do it all, but it's, so we just decided to ease back in slowly and we had like a knitting afternoon and we called it the Knit by Midwest Hangout. And it was so wonderful. Thank you to everyone who came. People came from like Minneapolis and Iowa City and different surrounding areas. So that was so cool. Thank you all for coming. If you were there, we just had a lodge that we rented for an afternoon and we just knitted and crocheted and did fiber arts together. For some reason, the weather was unusually warm and it was like this sunny. So we had like the doors were open. It was beautiful outside. It was like in the 60s, but like not hot, just kind of like breezy and beautiful and sunny and gorgeous. And so there was a whole bunch of picnic tables outside as well. So some people moved outside to knit and some stayed in, and we had some snacks and different flavors of LaCroix ready to go. And it was just a beautiful day. So at the end of this, I'll show you some footage from that because we had an amazing time. So with all those things going on, and then we had like a brief medical scare that turned out to be fine with one of my kids, which was like an ER visit, but it ended up okay. But there's just been so much happening every single evening, every day, plus work, that I didn't feel like I had a lot of knitting time. So I did work a little bit on my Felix cardigan, and it's a little bit further, but you probably can't even tell, a little further than last week. But this is really easy, fun stockinette just to, you know, whenever I have a couple minutes. I've been working on that. I am still working on my Mosi sweater, which doesn't look any further than last time, but I swear I've done a little bit on this, but I really want to have like a whole afternoon, if I can find time sometime, just get a little bit closer to splitting for sleeves, like just get this yoke part done. It would feel so good to get that far, but I have a ways to go. So, but this is like what I want to be working on. But here's what I have been working on. I sometimes say yes to too many things. I do this all the time. Like I have a whole bunch of knitting clubs at a local school coming up all through December. I always forget how busy the holidays are and the holiday months. And then I say yes to all these things, you know, months ago, and then it's here and I'm like, oh gosh, I have a lot to do. But one of the things I said yes to that's very, very cool, and if you're local, you can come, is the Val Air Holiday Fair. And it's normally called the Brilliant Crafts and Wares Fair. And it's been hosted for years by my friend Ramona Muse Lambert, who's a local creative maker, artist, like does murals all over the city, is in different bands, plays with Leslie and the Lies, like does all the stuff. So she's kind of organized and curated this craft fair for years, but this year is probably the biggest it's ever been, and you have to go because it's going to be worth it. It is probably, I think it's like 50 vendors, the coolest, most creative makers, artists from the Des Moines area and surrounding. It's going to be incredible. There's a lot of really cool people that are going to be there, and I get to vent there, which I'm very, very excited. So it is November 30th, which is Small Business Saturday. It's the day after Black Friday. So you can bring your family if you have people in for the holidays, bring them with you. It'll be a really fun thing to do that day. It is from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Val Air Ballroom, which is our really cool local music venue that they've restored recently. Like it's a historic ballroom and has hosted all the different amazing bands over the years, but it's the coolest venue this craft fair has ever been at. It's going to be huge and beautiful and super fun and festive, and a great way to shop local that weekend. But it's nice to support local makers and buy something very unique for your gift giving needs or for yourself or whatever. It's just really fun to come see everything too. There's ceramics and artwork and like anything you could possibly imagine. Tons and tons of cool creative things. So come to the Val Air Holiday Fair, November 30th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that's what I was getting at. I have been making stuff for that, which I already have a good sized IKEA bag full of things that I am selling there. And it's all hand knits from my personal collection, things that I feel like I can part with at this point. Old samples from books that I can't store anymore. I have too many bins full of knits that I can't, it's hard to hang on to everything. So I'm letting some special one-of-a-kind things go. And then I do also knit some big chunky items because that's kind of what I have time to do. But I've been knitting, so I've made all of these things and more this past week. It's a lot. And I'm still working on stuff, but this is kind of cut into my normal knitting time as well because I want to have things to bring to the holiday fair to show and sell. So I have a lot of stuff. I have sweaters, I have hats and accessories, and this giant Lenny Kravitz scarf that is massive. It's like a blanket, but it's beautiful. It's fun. I love, like if you knew me from the beginning of my knitting days, I love a chunky knit. This is like my comfort zone. I can kind of just sit down and make hand knits out of, if you give me some chunky yarn, I could just make stuff out of my brain. I don't always need patterns, but it's very fun, very cozy, great for gift giving. And I'm going to have a lot of this stuff at my booth at the Val Air Holiday Craft Fair on November 30th. So if you're local or if you're local-ish, come check it out. It'll be definitely worth your time. It's gonna be so much fun. Speaking of Black Friday, if you've followed here a while, you know that I am a huge fan of the Lumos knitting light. Years ago, the owner reached out to me to do a Black Friday promotion of the Lumos knitting light, and I was like, sure, I would love to, because I am genuinely a fan. I use it all the time, and I'm happy to share this with other crafters that I know. And so this is my 3rd or 4th year promoting the Lumos knitting light for Black Friday, and I have a deal this year as well. This doesn't start until Monday, but starting on Monday and through Black Friday that weekend, I have a code, and it's Jen Lumos 30, and you'll get 30% off your Lumos knitting light for you, for a loved one, for a great gift. This is great for people who embroider, do any kind of sewing projects. Of course, it's good for knitters and crocheters. It really helps. I use it all the time, even in the daytime, like when I'm working on my black yarn for my Felix. And it's really hard to see the stitches even sometimes in the daylight, depending on like where you're sitting, or if you have good light to sit by, or if you're in the car or an airplane. This light is amazing. It doesn't distract either when there's people next to you. My favorite time to use it is sitting on the couch and watching movies with my family, because I'm wanting to knit, of course, and I don't want to distract everybody. And nobody wants the big light, the living room light on. And so it comes with these different warmth levels. There's like the cool setting, and then like the double cool warm, and then just the warm. And you can kind of adjust it. Even you can see on my vest. Sometimes it's easier to see the warm light. Sometimes it's easier to see with the cool light, and it's just kind of personal preference. And you can hold down the button, it will dim and brighten. It stays put when you adjust it. It really stays wherever you put it. It's not too floppy and flimsy. I have used these every time we have like a power outage from the storms or just regular power outages. This is so nice to be hands-free and be able to do things around the house and not get lost in the dark. It comes in handy in so many situations, even just like I've had to find something under our kitchen cupboards, and I was, going like this so I could find the thing. It's such a great light. It is my favorite thing. It makes the best gift for anyone. So I highly recommend the Lumos knitting light. Starting Monday, it'll be 30% off, which is the best discount you can get with the code JenLumos30. And yeah, it's like a small business. I really believe in supporting them, and it's just a great knitting light for sure. And I'm sure you know a lot of people have them. I feel like every knitter I know already has one, but if you don't, or if you're looking for a great gift, this is it. So think about that next week and use my code and you'll get that discount. One super cool thing I wanted to share this week is this book, Intarsia Knits by Houseman. I pre-ordered it and got it a couple weeks ago, but haven't had a chance to talk about it yet. And I am obsessed with this book. It's very exciting and innovative. She's an incredibly cool designer who thinks about things in a very different, abstract way. She uses paper piecing to make some of these abstract designs and then translates them into charts. And I just absolutely love her color schemes and her ideas. And this book is full of really fun projects. I'm just going to read about her a little bit online because she's just super interesting, but she is based in Hamburg, Germany. Her work is all about colors, shapes, and materials and how they interact with each other. During her textile design studies, she was able to try many fields of textile design, such as weaving, knitting, screen printing, embroidery, and pattern design. She says, what I particularly like about knitting, and that I think is partly why I decided to focus on it, is that you can work experimentally, but your creations can still be used in everyday life. So from the book, Intarsia Knits will inspire you to take your knitting skills to the next level and features 12 projects for size-inclusive garments and accessories, including a sweater, top, scarf, tote bag, mittens, and more. German textile designer Houseman takes you step-by-step through this unique colorwork technique before you take on the projects, which feature full color knitting charts and detailed instructions. And yes, there's lots of detailed instructions in here. It shows the backside of your work so you know what you're doing. The charts look incredible. And I think she even includes instructions like if you wanted to make your own little shapes, how to do that and incorporate it in case you want to change it up a little bit. I think that's totally what she's encouraging with this book. But let me show you her paper piecing because it's really interesting. Look at how she really just cuts out the shapes from colored paper and lays them out into a little design or motif and then goes from there. So this is how she develops motifs. Here's another page of her little collages. It's so fun. And I think I've even seen, let me see if I can find this one sweater. It might be this one. I swear, I think I saw a video on her Instagram where she was duplicate stitching some of the top layered little dots on this. So I think she had the background down and then she used the paper pieces again to lay on the sweater to see where she wanted these to go, the little dark red ones, and then duplicate stitched them on top, I think. So I think she leaves all these options open. It's just a really exciting new way to think about this stuff. And I find it really fun. So there's another picture of that sweater. Gorgeous. Here is a bandana, which that would be a fun starter project to begin with. It also shows, oh, look at this. It's beautifully designed, beautifully photographed, of course, but somewhere here is the back. Yeah. So it shows you how the Intarsia works when you wrap on the back side and how it should look on the reverse. I love that they show that. It's really important, I think, to see that part of it. There's tons of getting started tips and tricks about Intarsia here and Intarsia variations and Intarsia joins. It talks about carrying yarns and binding floats. So I think there is a little stranded color work involved possibly in some of this. So then I'm going to go to the projects again. There is a small things purse. So a little zipper pouch. That's very cute. Here is an in full bloom headband. I'm usually not a fan of headbands, but I love this. And look, it matches the little bandana. That is really cool. And it's just in garter stitch. The chart for that is so cool. Looking for Treasures tee, a t-shirt. Let's see if there's another picture of that. That's incredible. And you could probably make it long sleeve too, but I think this is a short sleeve tee. But how fun is that in just two different tones of yarn? I love it. A beach bag. Look at that. Or just a tote. And then along the coast vest. This is kind of the one I'm thinking about making. Look how amazing that is. Wow. Let's see. Oh, that's a brioche. Beautiful. There's another picture of that. It's incredible. There's a lot in this book. And then charts for everything. So there is charts provided, but I think you could definitely modify it and kind of make it your own as well. Here's a tank. Kind of a little bit more simple. So inspiring, so cool. There's another bag. And then this is, oh yeah, the mittens. Look at this, a scarf and mittens that are so interesting. Oh gosh, the chart for the mittens. I wish I could show you the charts. I'm not going to show you the charts, but it's so incredible. And then I want to see that scarf for the wrap. This is it. One of my friends on Instagram made this and took a picture recently, and I'm obsessed. This is kind of why I wanted the book. It's called the Floating on Water Scarf. Oh, the chart for this is just so cool. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Then a full of flowers bag. Look at that cute little bag. That is so cute. I don't make things like that really, and I would love that. So that's pretty much all the projects. There's just so much more I can't show you, but it's an incredible book. Highly recommend. It's just very different and fun, and there's a lot in here, and I think it's just a fun thing to try. One thing I wanted to talk about today is MDK Society. I am huge fans of modern daily knitting. I'm really good friends with Ann and Kay, and I love everything they do. If you don't subscribe to their newsletter, it's my favorite thing. I read their blog every day. They send an email with their new blog post every morning, and they send it really early. So it's like my first thing that I see when I wake up in the morning. And so it's like I wake up, have coffee, and read the MDK article of the day. Sometimes it's a letter from Kay to Ann or Ann to Kay, and that's kind of how they started this whole thing years and years ago. They would just write each other letters on this blog, and then now it's full of information and techniques and stories. And then they have like a knit to this where they give suggestions for like a movie you could watch while you're knitting this weekend, or something else to entertain you, maybe music to listen to, or a playlist, or all different kinds of entertainment. There is classes and events and online events. You can take these online classes that they offer all the time in all different things, not always specifically knitting related. It might be some other craft or something else you can learn. But I love everything they do, and they have kind of expressed this year that, you know, times are tough for businesses, and they've seen, you know, it's been a little bit hard to keep all of this going. They pay all their writers. Like I've written articles for the MDK blog, and they pay everyone who contributes. So they want to keep it going, and to help support them, they have started the MDK Society. So it's a great gift maybe to yourself for the year of 2025. Give yourself this little holiday gift of MDK Society. That's going to be like an ongoing gift all next year. You're going to get discounts on events and classes and all kinds of things. You'll be subscribed to the field guides that come out next year, which are my favorite. I collect them all. I have a whole shelf of just the field guides. I had a field guide. It was field guide number 12. I love that whole legacy and all the designers that are part of that. And so that's just some of the things, but let me just read the real info because I'm just summarizing. But I'm going to link to everything below so you too can join the MDK Society. I think it is so worth it. It is 27 cents per day, which is so worth all the MDK daily content. It is seriously my favorite thing. But let me read about it. This is your invitation for you to become a charter member of the MDK Society. Give yourself a year of fun. When you join, you will receive many valuable benefits. You'll also make MDK's daily emails and snippets, which is their weekend recap, available to the knitting community at large for 27 cents per day. Joining the MDK Society will definitely benefit you, and it will also benefit knitters everywhere. Times are tough for many. Your membership will keep MDK available to everyone as a daily source of knowledge, community, humor, and uplift. Please support us if you can. We appreciate it so much. So as a charter member of the MDK Society, you will receive our undying gratitude and these valuable benefits. You will get an MDK Society 2025 enamel pin. You know, we love a pin. And they say, of course, we have to have a pin. Savings of 10% on every virtual event in 2025. And they have a lot of virtual events. I am doing the journaling one upcoming, I think it might be in December. It's like bullet journaling. They have such different things. So it's not always knitting stuff. It's like offshoots of different crafts and stuff. So I love their virtual events. We are planning more than 24 virtual classes, workshops, and talks in 2025. A cornucopia from a rich array of teachers and experts and designers at a variety of price points. You'll have first access and always the best price of every virtual event, and they will all be recorded so you can watch them whenever your schedule allows. You get 10% savings in the MDK shop. This is huge. A coupon code for 10% off all full price merchandise all year long. International friends, please note that we are now shipping to most countries internationally. You will get the Kay and Ann podcast for the first time exclusively for MDK Society members, a monthly Zoom with Kay and Ann and their special guests. This is my favorite thing, and I've been begging them to do like a YouTube channel or more videos because they're so fun and entertaining. Like I could listen to them all day. So I'm very excited about the Kay and Ann podcast. You will get the field guide number 29, Mosaic, your own print and ebook copy of the brand new collection starring the genius designs of Amy Christoffers, coming in spring 2025. This is a $16 value. Your MDK Society pin will arrive with the field guide. Yes, it'll be available for purchase on its own, but the MDK Society members will receive their copy automatically. So that's really cool. With this membership, you're going to get that automatically, which is really cool. And then you get 365 doses of vitamin MDK. So, see, they're so clever. They're so good. Our daily posts on MDK are the core of what we provide to you. From the best writers in the fiber world come techniques, inspiration, patterns, recipes, travel, self-help, and of course, Knit to This, which is one of my favorites. MDK Society Knit Night Online. Love this also. I'm so excited. For the first time, exclusively for MDK Society members, small group hangouts on Zoom MDK. We make it easy to connect with fellow members. This one is personal. Anne and Kay met on an internet chat board many years ago, so we know the life-elevating power of hanging out with strangers on the internet. True. That's how I met like almost all the knitters that I know. Anne and Kay, like it was through Instagram messages. Nash Yarn Fest. MDK Society members will enjoy early entry to the festival on Saturday, March 15th. Be sure to get your tickets separately. So I had already bought my tickets prior to this. I'm definitely going to that, and I hope you are too. I hope to see you there. There's still tickets available to the Nash Yarn Fest itself. So go check it out because they have a lot of really cool vendors coming, and it's really exciting. It's going to be a really fun time. You also get first notice of classes, special offers and sales, and other exclusive surprises along the way. There's a big one in the works that we cannot wait to announce. So anyway, that's my spiel about MDK Society. I really care about them and love them and adore them as a company and as friends. And I know they'd really appreciate your support. So go check out my link below and join the MDK Society for 2025 and come hang out with me because I'm going to be there, I'm sure. And now, come hang out with us at our knitting retreat, Knit by Midwest.
Sunrise in West Virginia, sleep talking on the front porch, running barefoot to a creek. We learned to drive the van, then we had to hide it from the fishermen. 2 French braids make believe in, like my own sister. Our souls weave together, beaded bracelets I won't forget. Friends forever. Counting up our crawdads, both of us 8 years old. Clawfoot top ran only cold. In the middle of the night, we found bats in the loft with our flashlights. We were together, that made it alright. Like my own sister, our souls weave together, beaded bracelets I won't forget. to myself. I sing this softly to myself. I'm buried beneath the sand. There's no way to speak or reach out my hand. Watching the paper slowly unfold, bracing for news that I can't bear to hold. While I'm singing this song to myself, I sing this softly to myself.
Also, come hang out with Erica and I while we have coffee and knit. Oh my gosh. Okay, do a little spin around. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What? So good. Just do like that. Wow. And your kava. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I gotta see the floats. Show your floats.
You're right.
Oh my gosh, they have different pants. They're
Well,
contrasting.
They're not supposed to.
Oh, but that makes them individual. No, that's so good. Oh my gosh, they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me?
Well, then I went back and looked on my project page
Uh-huh.
because I make a project page for each one.
Yeah.
I've been doing it this whole time, Jen, where sometimes the shirts are green and sometimes they're blue.
Well, that's just consistency.
They've never said
Keeping
anything.
the tradition.
Oh,
Then they're all unique. No. I think it's fun. I think it's like on purpose they're not all matching. Like
Yeah.
matchy, but they match.
it's totally on purpose.
Oh my gosh, they're amazing. Let me see the name. Oh, Jimmy Thomas. Look how perfect.
It's hard when they wrap.
That is
It's
so
really not
good.
fun.
Oh my gosh, an animal. Oh my gosh. Nice.
Like, I don't know how that would
That's really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are they're much tighter than my normal ones.
in a nice way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have too much more this week, but before I forget, I do want to mention this is the knit collage side tie vest that I wrote for the fall knit along that I absolutely love and have been wearing a ton. It's really a quick, fun project, and if you're part of that knit along, it just takes a couple skeins and you're done, and it's just kind of done in no time, and it's very, very fun. But yeah, that is all I have for this week, I think. Right, Tina? She's like, I don't know. But I hope you're having a good weekend. Please stop back next week. Every Saturday I have a new video, and then I think after next week it'll be Vlogmas, and I will be probably uploading a new video every day. That sounds crazy, but we'll see. So yeah, have a good weekend. Thank you for hanging out. Please like and subscribe if you feel like it. My goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers soon. I'm getting really close here and on Instagram. I'm kind of like getting there at the same time on Instagram and YouTube. So if you'd like to help me out, follow me on Instagram. It's at Jen Geigley, and then subscribe here. It really helps out my channel, so I appreciate that. Thank you for all your amazing comments. I love reading your comments. I've been trying to catch up on getting back to people and responding because I love that, and I love talking with you. So thank you for taking the time to do that. And have a good rest of your weekend. Please take care, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Like my own sister, our souls weave together. Beaded bracelets I won't forget. Friends forever. Counting up our crawdads, both of us 8 years old. Clawfoot's our brand.